My beloved child, I have watched your entire journey, every single moment, not just the public scenes that others applauded or noticed from afar, but the quiet ones, the raw, hidden moments that no one but I could see. I saw the nights where your tears soaked the pillow, the prayers you whispered into the silence, the surrender that no one applauded, and the strength it took just to keep believing. I saw how you stayed when walking away might have made more sense. I saw how you chose to love when bitterness begged for your heart. I watched you choose gentleness when pain tried to make you cold. You kept your spirit tender, even when life hardened the road beneath your feet. You didn't do it for attention. You didn't do it for applause. You did it because something deep inside you, placed there by me, refused to give up. And now, my child, I am not just speaking comfort. I am speaking clarity and fire into your life. I am lifting you, not just in front of others' doubts, but above your own. Because yes, I've heard them. The doubts that crept in after rejection, the thoughts that lingered after disappointment, the questions that echoed louder in silence. Did I miss it? Did I mess up? Did God forget me? But I never forgot. I never left. And not one moment of your obedience was wasted. Not one quiet yes went unseen. Not one faithful step was lost in the dark. I was there for every one of them, and I counted each one like treasure. You did not arrive here by force. You did not claw your way forward. You did not manipulate your way into rooms. You followed me. You chased my whisper through the wilderness. You clung to me when the crowd disappeared. You listened when it seemed like I was silent. You honored me when nobody else was watching. And because of that, I trust you. If this word is speaking to your spirit, don't just listen. Be part of this move. Take a moment to like this video and subscribe so you never miss a message meant just for you. And if someone comes to your mind right now, share this with them. You might be the answer to their silent prayer. You've been through the fire, but the fire did not consume you. It purified you. It didn't destroy. It refined. It prepared you for the weight I'm placing on you now. You've been misunderstood, but you didn't allow offense to take root. You let me be your defender. You let me shape your character while others misunderstood your silence. You didn't explain yourself. You waited for my voice to speak for you. Now I'm lifting your life, not for show, not for ego, but for fulfillment, for the unveiling of what I wrote over you before anyone else had a voice in your story. This moment isn't about popularity, it's about purpose. It's not just about being seen, it's about being sent. You showed up when your soul was tired. You encouraged others when your heart was breaking. You served in places you never knew would return anything back to you. You forgave when it cut deep. You sowed seeds with tears, unsure if harvest would ever come. But I saw it all, and I held each one close. You never had to prove your heart to people, because I've always known it. I am now revealing what I already saw in you. This elevation is not about gaining attention. It's about validating everything you've carried in secret. It's about showing the world that I was working behind the scenes the whole time. When the doors open, they won't creak. They'll swing. When the opportunities come, they won't need explanation. They'll carry evidence. And the fruit from your hidden years will speak louder than any defense you could ever give. You will not have to shrink to fit. You will not have to apologize for the strength I've built in you. You do not have to carry the weight of your past opinions into the new rooms I'm opening. This is not your time to wonder if you're ready. This is your time to remember that I made you ready. You are the one I've preserved. You are the one I've set apart. You are the one I've been building in secret, and now I am bringing you into the light, not for display, but for destiny. And let me say it clearly, you are not being elevated to prove others wrong. You are being elevated to prove me right. I chose you. I called you. I've been shaping you in the shadows for this very moment. I'm not just whispering destiny anymore. I'm announcing it. This moment is not about hype. It's not about noise. It's about alignment. It's about peace that won't let you run from the open door. You've doubted, you've cried, you've wrestled, but none of that disqualifies you. It prepared you. You thought the silence meant I was absent, but I was closest when you couldn't feel me. I was holding you when you were ready to let go. When you said, God, I can't do this anymore, I whispered back, That's okay. Now I will. You didn't lose me in your weakness. You found me in your honesty. And that's the child I'm lifting. Not the performer, not the image, but the one who let me into the brokenness and believed I could make something beautiful out of it. Let me remind you now with tenderness and truth, you are not an afterthought. You are not the forgotten faithful. You are not a backup plan in a world of stars. You are my delight. You are strong. You are steady. You are ready, not because you have all the answers, but because you let me form your heart in the shadows. That's what I'm rewarding. Not performance, but posture. Not perfection, but purity. You knelt when others promoted themselves. You surrendered when striving would have been easier. You chose humility when the world screamed for platform. And now I'm placing authority on your life. Not just visibility, authority. You won't just be noticed. You'll be trusted. You'll carry weight. You'll walk into rooms not because you knock the loudest, but because I've made a way. But first, my child, I need you to let go of the lies. The ones that say you're not enough. The ones that whisper you're too broken. The ones that still echo with rejection. That's not your name anymore. That's not your identity. That's not who I see when I look at you. I see courage. I see surrender. I see a vessel fit for glory. Not because of perfection, but because of willingness. You've been misunderstood, but I understand you fully. You've been underestimated, but I've overprepared you. And now the elevation begins. Not because you chased it, because you were faithful when it was hard. Now, breathe. Let your shoulders drop. Let the shame fall off. Let the fear melt in my presence. This isn't a wave, it's a movement. This isn't a spotlight, it's an assignment. This isn't someday, it's now. My beloved child, let me lead you now into the next step of your journey. You don't have to know it all, you just have to be willing. Obedience will be your compass. When I speak, move. When I correct, respond. When I shine my light on something in your heart that isn't aligned with my truth, surrender it. Obedience doesn't always arrive with trumpets and grand gestures. Sometimes it's as quiet as your tone, as hidden as a decision no one else sees. But I see it all, and every time you obey, even in the small things, you're laying down another foundation stone for the elevation I am building in your life. You don't need full understanding to walk forward. You need trust. Trust me with the next step. Keep your heart pure, even in victory. The greatest dangers often don't show up as battles. They creep in as bitterness, pride, or comparison, quietly, subtly. But I've taught you how to stay clean. Return to me often. Don't wait for conflict to arise. Stay ahead of it by coming into my presence, by inviting me to search your heart. Let me clear what tries to plant itself in your soul that doesn't reflect my heart. Surround yourself with those who carry truth, not just flattery. I'm sending people into your life who will celebrate your victories, but won't hesitate to confront your blind spots. Don't isolate yourself, and don't settle for voices that only affirm your comfort. Seek out those who speak my language, people who walk at my pace. With them, you'll find strength and safety. I will build you a circle that reflects your calling, not your insecurity, and honor your rhythms. Rest is not a sign of weakness, it's wisdom. Silence doesn't mean you've lost momentum, it means you're listening. When I ask you to pause, it's not a punishment, it's preparation. I'm not after your endless productivity. I'm after your sustained obedience. And sometimes, my child, obedience looks like pulling away to rest, to reset, to be with me. Now let gratitude be your atmosphere. Thank me often, when doors open, when winds shift, and even when it looks like nothing's moving on the outside but peace fills your heart. That's me. That's my presence. Gratitude keeps your heart humble and your vision clear. It protects your spirit from entitlement and reminds you that this elevation was never about your accomplishments. It has always been about my glory. This is how you walk in elevation, one obedient, surrendered step at a time. Not in fear, but in faith. Not in your own strength, but sustained by mine. You are not rising alone. I go before you, I walk beside you, and I carry you through. Now listen closely, child, because what I'm about to say reaches deeper than your battles, deeper than the open doors. I want to speak to the very foundation of how you see yourself. Because what I'm building around you won't last if what you believe within you is still cracked by lies. I'm not just lifting your position, I'm restoring your identity. You've been walking under pressure for so long that you've started to forget who you were before the struggle. But I haven't forgotten. I remember the real you, the one I designed before the fear, before the criticism, before the delays. I saw you before the storm, and I still see you now. You are not the version that disappointment tried to mold. You are not the one who missed their moment. You are mine, intentionally, completely, and eternally mine. Every lie that told you otherwise, I'm breaking it now. You don't belong to your past. You don't belong to outcomes or opinions. You belong to me, and that truth resets everything. Let me tell you again who you are. You are strong, not because life was easy, but because you never gave up. You are pure, not because you never fell, but because you kept returning to me. You are chosen, not because people agreed, but because I called your name. You are whole, not because you were never broken, but because I've been restoring you, layer by layer, moment by moment. And now I am speaking straight into the parts of you that still echo with shame or fear or regret. You are not too late. You are not too small. You are not too much. You are exactly who I need for this hour. You've asked yourself so many times, what did I do wrong? But this delay was not a punishment. It was a preparation. I never passed you by. I was preparing you in silence for what could not be rushed. I refine, I don't reject. I reveal, I don't replace. You weren't disqualified. You were being developed. I hid you not because you were broken, but because you were holy. I protected you from places that could not hold the weight I was forming in you. But now the roots have gone deep. Now I lift the veil. I'm reintroducing you, not to who the pain made you, but to who I always intended you to be. Bold, radiant, unapologetic, strong. You don't have to shrink anymore. You don't need to dim yourself to make others feel safe. You don't need to explain your worth every time favor finds you. What I placed on you is not too much. You were built for this. I measured the weight of glory, and I fit it perfectly to your shoulders. Yes, rooms will open, and they may challenge your confidence. Yes, new favor might make you wonder if you're ready. But remember this, you're not here because you climbed. You're here because I placed you. What I elevate, I protect. What I promote, I prepare. You don't need to perform. You need to be. Be rooted. Be still. Be confident. Let your peace do the talking. Let your presence carry the weight of your history with me. Let your quiet strength be louder than any title. From now on, stop letting others define what only I have named. No more chasing titles. No more shrinking your story to make it easier to digest. Your process was holy. Your scars are sacred. Your tears were seeds. And now your identity is not something to defend. It's something to live. You are no longer someone who just survived. You are someone who carries resurrection. So walk like it, think like it, speak like it. Let others adjust to your fullness. Don't apologize for your light. Don't silence what I've awakened. Don't edit what cost you everything to become. You are clean, you are covered, you are commissioned. No voice, no fear, no past mistake can undo what I've written on your life. You are who I say you are. And I say you are ready. Now, child, because you have allowed me to speak truth into your identity, I will now show you the rhythm that sustains what I've placed upon you. Because this next chapter isn't about arriving, it's about carrying. It's not just visibility, it's weight. And that weight can only be sustained by rhythm, not routine, by presence, not performance. From the overflow of my spirit in you, others will be refreshed. Lives around you will begin to shift, not because of your charisma, not because of your talents, but because of the closeness you have chosen with me. The transformation won't come from your gifting alone, but from the sacred space you've made for me to dwell within you. So once again, child, open your heart. Invite me in, not just when you feel weak, but especially when you feel strong. Not just when you're alone, but especially when you're surrounded. Not just in need, but especially in abundance. Because it's in the moments when you think you've got it all together that my Spirit sustains what your strength cannot. This glory, this fire that is upon you, was never meant to be held up by your performance. It will be sustained by my breath moving through your daily life, in your routines, in your silence, in your busyness, in every step you take forward. That's what the Holy Spirit is for. That's who He is, and He is with you, always. Let this be the turning point, the place where transformation becomes your normal, where my presence becomes your atmosphere, and where fullness becomes your fuel. You're not entering this next season alone. You are walking forward, filled, led, and fully known. And everything about your elevation, everything about the doors I am opening, will be marked by one undeniable truth. I was with you. My Spirit filled you. And that is why nothing and no one could stop you. Now that you've walked with me, through identity, through healing, through realignment, through instruction, through refinement, let me speak one truth over you that I want you to carry above all. You are rising, and it is my doing. No man can take the credit. No critic can cancel it. No past mistake can override it. No whisper of fear can derail it. You're being elevated, yes, but not just in the eyes of others. You're being lifted in the realm of the Spirit, in the places where your own doubts once echoed. Even those hidden fears within you, those quiet thoughts that said, maybe I'm not enough, they have no authority anymore. My glory does. This elevation is not a reward for your perfection. It's the release of my promise. This is not a platform for performance. It's an altar for fulfillment. You're not just going higher, you're going deeper. Because what I poured into you in private, I will now pour out through you in public. The rooms you enter will no longer intimidate you. Why? Because I've already gone before you and marked you. You don't need to adjust to fit in. You will simply become who I've always known you to be, freely, fully, without apology, without fear. You are not stepping forward as a survivor. You are stepping forward as a carrier of my glory. You've known the cost. You've carried the weight. You've felt the breaking. And because of that, you will now carry what others fumbled. You will protect what others neglected. You will honor what others took for granted. Because what you carry isn't temporary, it's eternal. You're not walking into a season. You are stepping into a mantle of presence, a mantle of truth, a mantle of maturity. You are no longer looking for validation. You are no longer asking for permission. You are here, not because people placed you here, but because I did. I was the one who watched you when your silence was misinterpreted. I was the one who held you when others' progress made you question your own timeline. I was the one who strengthened your bones when your knees were trembling. And now, I am the one who declares to the heavens, to the earth, and to every invisible fear, rise, shine, go, building release. The doubts of yesterday no longer define you. My direction does. The silence of your past no longer controls your confidence. My Spirit does. Your waiting has not weakened you. It has prepared you. And from now on, when you speak, you will not speak louder, but truer. You will not act bolder, but move from peace. You will not run to prove, but walk with my presence. You are a fulfillment in motion, a promise unfolding, a vessel that was broken, only to be filled with fire. You are not fragile anymore. You are formed. And now, I will use your life as proof to a watching world that I still elevate the faithful, that I still honor the hidden ones, that I still pour out my glory on those who surrendered in the silence when no one was clapping for them. You, my beloved child, you are no longer just a testimony, you are my evidence. So now, walk with fire, move with authority, build with conviction, not to be seen, but to reveal me. This is your moment. This is your divine confirmation. This is your release. Amen. And now, my child, if this word echoed your journey, if it found you in the silence, in the waiting, or in the hidden places, don't hold it in. Declare it. Someone else is still standing where you once stood. They are waiting for the very confirmation I've now placed in your hands. Share this word. Let it be the light that leads someone else home. If you know this was for you, mark it with one word. Elevated, seen, ready, sent. Let your agreement be your amen. Come back to these words when the noise grows loud. Come back when your heart feels small again. Come back and remember, I was always watching, and now all of heaven will see what I saw in you all along.